Welcome back to another episode of Boredom Busters. Today we're going to be working on macrame keychains. So first you're going to need to gather your supplies. First you're going to need yarn, wool, or string, either one will do, a measuring tape or ruler, and some scissors. And of course we need some key rings. Now, for step 1, we must cut the 9 pieces of string into 48 inches. So here you'll see I'm measuring out my string. Now, step 2, after you have all 9 pieces, you're going to set one of those pieces aside. That means you now have 8 pieces of string left. Now fold all 8 pieces in half. So I'm putting the 2 ends together, making sure that they're equal, and then I'm going to pull them together so that they're nice and tight and they're completely halved. You are going to do this for all 8 pieces. Great! Now that you've done that, let's move on to step 3, tying the string onto the keychain. So I've already started some of the keychains so that you can see what it will look like after. So first, with our half piece, we're grabbing the end that doesn't have the 2 separated strings. It's the ones that is together and making a loop. We're going to go underneath the keychain just like so. And now this is the tricky part here to see. What I'm going to do is bring the 2 ends from the other side and weave it through the middle of the circle, just like so. And now that you've got it through, you're going to pull it tight. Perfect! Now let's watch it one more time just to make sure that you've got the hang of it. Putting it underneath the keychain, grabbing the other end, and putting it right through the middle of the hole there. And pull tight. Repeat this action for all 8 strings. Excellent job! Your keychain should look something similar to this. Now let's move on to step 4, starting the pattern. Now bring out some tape. I bring out a clipboard here and something to tie down your keychain so that it won't move while you're working on it. Now you're going to separate the string so that there's 4 knots on each side. So you should have 4 on the left and 4 on the right. First, you're going to grab the very outer yarn and pull it across the others. Then you're going to grab the second last section of yarn and put it across the one in the middle as if you're drawing the number 4. You're going to put it over top, and now watch as I go back underneath. Holding both tight, I'm going to pull so it's nice and secure at the top. And we're going to do this twice with each string. So here's my second knot. And now keeping the same one in the middle, I'm going to move on to the third last one. Using this one, we're going to do the same thing, creating the 2 knots. After we've done the 2 knots, you guessed it, we're going on to the next piece of wool or string or yarn, whatever you're using, and we're doing the same thing until we get to the end. Once we get to the end, back to our original piece of string that's across the middle, we'll do the same to the other side. So once again, I'm grabbing the outer side of the string, pulling it across, and we're going to do the exact same thing that we did on the original side on this side. Now that we've completed both our sides, we're going to take our 2 middle pieces and do the same thing, tying them together to create a triangle in the middle. And again, we're going to use 2 knots. Now, keep repeating the process from the left side, then the right side, and then combining the 2 in the middle at the end until you get the length that you wish for. Now that you've finished, you can trim the ends if they're too long for you. I just prefer it a little bit shorter so that it was a little bit more manageable for myself. Our final step is going to be creating a knot at the end. So for your 9th piece that I told you to set aside, you're going to get it and string it across like a little U like you see here. You're putting the extra piece of string right to the top of the loop loosely and pulling the rest of it up. Now you're going to pinch the bottom of your ropes. Now you're going to wrap around your string in a small section so it's a nice thick knot. Now that you've got it all wrapped, you'll see that you still have your loop at the bottom that you left, as well as the extra string from wrapping around and the loose piece of string that I told you to keep at the top of the keychain. So what we're going to do is take the leftover string from our knot and put it through the hole at the bottom there, the little loop that we left, then taking the other set of string at the top and pulling nice and tight. Trim off any extra length. You can then cut away the bottom of the string if it's too long or if there's uneven parts, so just fix it up the way that you like. And now your keychain is all set to go. Blackthorn Key by Kevin Sands is an excellent book which follows a young Christopher who is torn from his family and left only with a cryptic message stating, "Tell no one what I've given you." Christopher and his best friend Thomas race to decipher the message while discovering a secret that holds the power to tear the world apart. Thanks for watching Boredom Busters, and we hope to see you next time.